There is a specific frequency in the air right now, a subtle vibration that you might have dismissed as anxiety or restlessness. But I need you to listen very closely, because what you are feeling is not your imagination. It is the sound of a divine tumblers clicking into place. Today, specifically around this energy of January 29th, the spiritual atmosphere is shifting in a way that is personal to you. You have been walking through a season of silence. You have been navigating a corridor of uncertainty where it felt like your prayers were hitting a glass ceiling and bouncing back unanswered. But God is saying that the silence was not a denial. The silence was a dark room where a new reality was being developed. There is a new divine match coming into alignment with your life. And this is not just about a relationship. It is about a restoration of everything the enemy tried to steal from you. But here is the mystery that most people miss. This new match is intimately connected to a history you thought was over. Someone is remembering you. Someone is waking up. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. And the way this unfolds will change everything you thought you knew about your future. Before I reveal exactly who this is and why they are suddenly consumed by thoughts of you, I need you to understand the magnitude of the spiritual warfare you have survived. You are a chosen one. This is not a title of arrogance. It is a description of the burden you carry. Being chosen means you go through the fire first. It means you experience the betrayal, the abandonment, and the confusion so that you can become a vessel for a higher form of love. You have asked yourself why it had to be this hard. You have looked at the empty space beside you and wondered if you were destined to walk alone, misunderstood by the people you loved the most. There is a specific person who comes to your mind even now as I speak. A person who stepped away, a person who perhaps chose a path that seemed easier, or chose a partner who challenged them less. They looked at your light, and it was too bright for their shadows, so they retreated to something dimmer, something safer. But here is what is happening in the invisible realm right now. The facade is cracking. That person tried to move on. They tried to bury your memory under layers of distraction, work, or perhaps even another relationship. They thought that if they just kept moving, the echo of your grace would fade. But the opposite is happening. Science tells us that the brain seeks closure, but spirituality tells us that the soul seeks home. You became a home for their spirit, even if their ego wasn't ready to move in. Now, the distraction is failing. The other woman or the other situation that is near them, whether it is a literal person or a metaphor for a lifestyle that keeps them stuck, is losing its flavor. They are beginning to compare the shallow peace they have now with the deep, challenging, transformative love you offered. And in that comparison, you are winning. I'm going to share a secret about how God works on the heart of a runner, but before I do, if you have ever felt like you were forgotten by someone you know God placed in your life, I want you to click that like button. It's a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving the truth today. And if you are ready for this shift, type, "I am ready for my divine match" in the comments below. Claim it. Now understand this dynamic. When they left or when the distance grew between you, you likely went through a period of chasing. You wanted answers. You wanted to explain your worth. You wanted to make them see. And then something shifted in you. You stopped. You pulled your energy back. You started to focus on your own healing, your own connection with the divine. You might think that your silence made them forget you, but the spiritual law of attraction works in reverse of our human logic. When you pulled back, you created a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. Your absence is currently speaking louder to them than your presence ever could. God is using your absence to teach them a lesson they could not learn while you were there holding their hand. They are currently experiencing a holy haunting. This isn't a ghost. It's the memory of your kindness. It's the memory of how you listened to them when no one else did. It's the realization that the grass was not greener on the other side. It was artificial turf. They are realizing that genuine connection, the kind where spirits recognize each other, is rare. In the noise of the world, they are starting to hear the whisper of your name. This isn't just regret. Regret is a heavy, useless emotion. This is revelation. Revelation is active. It changes behavior. There is a scene playing out in the spiritual realm right now. Imagine a person sitting alone, perhaps in a car, or late at night when the house is quiet. They are rehearsing a conversation with you. They are playing out scenarios of how they would approach you, what they would say, how they would explain the time that has been lost. They are wrestling with their pride. Pride is a fortress, but God is a siege engine. The walls are coming down brick by brick. They are realizing that their pride has cost them the most valuable thing they ever encountered. But why now? Why January 29th? Why this season? We are in a time of acceleration. The energies on the planet are forcing truth to the surface. Nothing that is hidden can remain hidden. This applies to their feelings as well. They can no longer lie to themselves about you. The other option, that other woman, that other job, that other life path, is revealing its cracks. They are seeing the toxicity or the emptiness that was previously hidden by the excitement of novelty. The novelty has worn off, and they are left with the stark reality that they walked away from a diamond to pick up a stone. However, there is a danger here, and I must warn you about this because if you don't handle this next phase correctly, you could delay the blessing. The danger is in your own heart. It is the danger of bitterness, or conversely, the danger of desperation. If they were to return today, or if this new divine match were to appear in front of you right now, would you be ready? Or would you be operating from a place of, I told you so? Or would you be so eager to please that you lower your boundaries again? God is saying that this new divine match, whether it is the return of a transformed past partner or a completely new person who carries the frequency you have been waiting for, requires a new version of you. You cannot enter the promised land with the mindset of the wilderness. The wilderness was about survival. The promised land is about governance. It is about stewardship. You must be ready to steward a high-level connection. This means you must find your peace before the person arrives. You must be happy without them, so you can be happy with them. In a moment, I am going to reveal the 3 specific signs that this person is about to reach out to you. But first, consider the concept of divine timing. We often use this phrase as a comfort for delay, but divine timing is actually a mechanism of protection. If they had come back 3 months ago, they would have broken you again. They weren't ready. Their character hadn't been tested. The other woman or the distraction was still too shiny. God had to let them exhaust their options so that when they come to you, they come with a conviction that you are the only one. They need to know in their bones that nothing out there compares to what is in here. This brings us to the other woman, or the third-party energy mentioned in the title of this message. This is a sensitive topic, but we must address it with spiritual maturity. Often, when we see a third party near our person, we feel fear. We feel replaced. But in the eyes of God, that third party is often a catalyst. That person is a mirror showing your divine counterpart exactly what they don't want. Sometimes, people have to experience the counterfeit to recognize the authentic. That situation is currently unraveling. The illusion is fading. The conversations between them are growing stale. The connection is fraying because it was never woven by God. It was stitched together by ego and convenience. And threads stitched by ego always unravel under the pressure of truth. So what are the signs that this shift is happening right now? How do you know this isn't just your wishful thinking? The first sign is a sudden, unexplained release of anxiety. For months, you may have obsessed over them, checked their social media, worried about who they were with. And then, suddenly, maybe even today, you felt a release. You felt a sense of, it is well. You stopped checking. You stopped worrying. This detachment is not indifference. It is the spiritual signal that the transaction is complete in the unseen realm. When you stop pulling, they start coming. The rope is no longer taut with your desperation, so they can feel the slack and they begin to move toward you. The second sign is an influx of synchronicity. You might be seeing the numbers 1111, 222, or their name popping up in unexpected places. You might hear a song that you associated with them playing in a store. These are not coincidences. Jungian psychology calls this synchronicity, and a causal connecting principle. Spirit calls it breadcrumbs. God is showing you that the connection is still alive in the ether. The channel is open. The third sign is the most powerful. You are having vivid dreams or sudden emotional waves that don't belong to you. You might be going about your day, feeling perfectly happy, and suddenly a wave of deep sadness or intense longing hits you out of nowhere. It passes as quickly as it came. You need to understand telepathy. Those emotions are not yours. You are picking up on their state. They are the ones feeling the longing. They are the ones feeling the sadness of separation. You are simply the receiver. When this happens, do not own the emotion. Do not say, I am sad. Say, I observe sadness, and then pray for them. Say, I send peace to whoever is sending this to me. This leads us to the crucial question. What do you do now? If God is saying this new divine match is changing everything, what is your role? Your role is active waiting. Active waiting is not sitting by the phone. Active waiting is preparing the house. It is preparing your internal house. If you knew a king or a queen was coming to visit you next week, you would clean your home, you would prepare the best food, you would look your best. You wouldn't be running down the street looking for them. You would be preparing to receive them. God is calling you to elevate your standards. The person coming toward you, whether it is the awakened ex or the new divine partner, is coming at a higher frequency. If you are still vibrating at the frequency of I'm not good enough or everyone leaves me, you will miss them. You will repel them. You must align with the frequency of I am the prize. I am the daughter or son of the Most High. I am worthy of a love that adds to me, not one that subtracts from me. Before I give you the final prayer of activation, I want to challenge you. There is a link in the description for our community. If you feel like you are walking this path alone, join us. You are not meant to do this in isolation, and make sure you have subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell. The next video I release is going to cover the specific words you should say when they finally reach out, because that moment is critical and you don't want to say the wrong thing out of emotion. Now let's go deeper into the new divine match. Why does God say it will change everything? Because this relationship is not just about romance, it is about purpose. This union is a kingdom assignment. When two people who have been refined by fire come together, they become a power couple in the spirit. Their combined energy heals generational bloodlines. Their finances improve. Their health improves. Their impact on the world multiplies. This is why the enemy fought so hard to keep you apart. This is why there was so much confusion and interference. The darkness knows that if you two get it right, you become dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. The person who is coming back or coming in is bringing resources. They are bringing a new level of maturity. They are bringing an apology that is not just words, but changed behavior. They are coming with a desire to build. They are done playing games because they have seen that the games have no winners. They are tired. They are ready to rest, and they have realized that you are their rest. You might be thinking, but it's been so long. Too much has happened. I want to remind you of the story of the prodigal son. When the son returned, the father did not lecture him. The father did not ask for a detailed accounting of his sins. The father ran to meet him and put a robe on his shoulders and a ring on his finger. This is the heart of God. Restoration can happen in an instant. Years of pain can be washed away by a single moment of true divine recognition. God can restore the years the locusts have eaten. He can speed up time. He can make the last 6 months of this year more fruitful than the last 6 years of your life combined. But you must let go of the script you wrote. You have a script in your head of how this should go. He should have called by now. She should have apologized like this. Rip up that script. God's script is better. God's script involves plot twists you couldn't imagine. Maybe they don't call. Maybe they show up at your door. Maybe you run into them in a place you never go. Maybe the new divine match is someone you already know but haven't seen in that light. Be open to the how. Fixate on the what, which is a holy, healthy, passionate, God-ordained union. Let the other woman or the third party fade into the background. Do not give that situation any of your energy. Do not stalk their social media to see if they are still together. Every time you look, you are sending energy to that connection and keeping it alive. Starve it. Withdraw your attention. Your attention is currency. Spend it on yourself. Spend it on your goals. Spend it on your relationship with God. When you fully withdraw your energy from the third party, that structure collapses because it was being propped up by your jealousy and fear. This is the art of detachment. It is the most magnetic force in the universe. When you are detached, you are signaling to God, I trust you. You are saying, I know what is mine cannot miss me. That level of confidence is incredibly attractive. It is the energy of a king. It is the energy of a queen. And it is irresistible to the one who is meant for you. As we move through the rest of January 29th and into the coming days, pay close attention to your intuition. The Holy Spirit is going to give you nudges. Go to this coffee shop. Take this route home. Read this book. Follow these nudges. They are the breadcrumbs leading you to the rendezvous point. The divine match is orchestrated in the details. I want you to close your eyes for a moment, if it is safe to do so. Imagine a golden cord connecting your heart to the heart of your divine match. See that cord glowing with light. Feel the tension on the cord. Not a painful tension, but a pull. A magnetic pull. Visualize them waking up. Visualize the fog clearing from their mind. See them looking at a picture of you, or just staring into space, realizing that they made a mistake. See them picking up the phone. See the text message. But more importantly, feel the peace in your own body. Feel the safety. Know that you are protected. God is saying, I have seen your tears. I have bottled them. I have seen your faithfulness when you wanted to give up. I am not unrighteous to forget your labor of love. The reward is coming, and the reward is not just the person. The reward is the person healed. The reward is the relationship restored. The reward is a love that honors God. You are about to step into a season of suddenly. Suddenly the phone rings. Suddenly the encounter happens. Suddenly the financial breakthrough comes to support the union. Prepare your heart. The waiting room is closing. The door to the sanctuary is opening. I declare over you today that confusion is fleeing. I declare that clarity is your portion. I declare that every assignment of the enemy to block your communication with your divine match is broken right now in the name of Jesus. I speak to the mind of your person, and I command the fog to lift. I command the spirit of pride to bow down to the spirit of love. I call forth the conversation that brings healing. I call forth the apology that brings closure. I call forth the new beginning. If you receive this, if you claim this for your life, I want you to type "I receive my shift" in the comments. Don't just listen, participate. Your agreement seals the word. And listen, the journey doesn't end here. The days following this shift are crucial. You will need to know how to navigate the return. You will need wisdom on how to rebuild trust without being naive. You will need to know how to protect your energy from the old patterns trying to re-emerge. That is why it is so important that you stay connected to this channel. We are building a community of chosen ones who are not just surviving, but thriving. We are rewriting the narrative of relationships. We are proving that God still writes love stories. The next revelation I'm going to share in the upcoming video has to do with the specific dream symbols that predict a union within 7 days. You do not want to miss that. So make sure your notifications are on. Remember, you didn't choose this path. You were chosen for it. And because you were chosen, you are equipped. You are strong enough to handle the blessing that is about to drop. The weight of the glory is heavy, but your spiritual muscles have been developed in the dark. Now it is time to step into the light. The person is coming. The shift is here. The time is now. Stand tall, fix your crown, and watch what God does next. Until next time, walk in your power. That power is not just a feeling, it is a frequency. And maintaining that frequency is where the real work begins. Because the moment you decide to stand in your authority, the moment you decide to detach and trust God, the universe will test that resolve. You might wake up tomorrow morning and feel a sudden wave of heaviness. You might feel an inexplicable urge to check their social media, even though you promised yourself you wouldn't. This is not a sign of failure. This is what we call the extinction burst in psychology. It is your old neural pathways screaming for survival before they die out to make room for the new belief system. Do not give in to it. I need you to understand the physics of what is happening right now. When you cut the energetic cord of neediness, you create a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. The universe must fill it. Initially, it might try to fill it with tests, old X's resurfacing, distractions or doubts. These are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They are confirmation that you have leveled up. You are vibrating at a new height, and the old reality is trying to claw you back. Recognize it for what it is, a distraction. Let's go deeper into the science of this connection, because I know your logical mind needs to understand why this works. We often talk about faith, but faith and quantum mechanics are speaking the same language. There is a concept known as quantum entanglement. It states that once two particles have interacted, they remain connected, affecting each other's state instantaneously, regardless of the distance between them. You and this person, this divine match, are entangled. When you shift your state from fear to love, from lack to abundance, you are instantaneously altering the energetic dynamic of the connection. You don't need to send a text to change things. You need to change your frequency. But here is the secret that most people miss, and this is why they stay stuck in the waiting room for years. They change their frequency for a day, see no physical result, and then drop back down into despair. This inconsistency creates a chaotic signal. Imagine trying to tune into a radio station, but you keep turning the dial back and forth. All you get is static. God cannot deliver the blessing through static. You must hold the signal. You must hold the vision of the restored relationship even when your 3D reality looks like a wasteland. This is the definition of faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, I want to address a specific symptom many of you are feeling right now. It's a physical sensation. You might be experiencing sudden heart palpitations, not from anxiety, but a fluttering sensation in the center of your chest. You might feel a sudden wave of heat or a ringing in your left ear. In spiritual circles, we know these as ascension symptoms. But specifically regarding relationships, these are often telepathic indicators. It means they are thinking of you heavily. The intensity you are feeling is the intensity of their internal battle. They are fighting the logic that told them to leave because their soul is screaming at them to return. When you feel this, do not reach out. I repeat, do not reach out. If you reach out when you feel their energy, you relieve the pressure they are feeling. You act as a release valve. You want them to sit in that pressure. You want them to cook in the realization of your absence. That pressure is the furnace of transformation. It is the Holy Spirit working on their heart, breaking down the walls of ego, pride, and fear. If you text them, you interrupt God's surgery. Let the master surgeon finish the work. There is a danger zone you are entering now, and I must warn you about it. As you detach, you will start to look glowing. You will look different. People will notice. You will become magnetic, not just to your specific person, but to everyone. You might attract new potential partners. You might attract opportunities. This is the fruits of the Spirit manifesting in your physical life. Enjoy it, but stay focused. Do not settle for a counterfeit just because you are lonely. The enemy often sends a counterfeit wrapped in everything you thought you wanted, right before the real thing arrives, just to see if you are willing to compromise. If you are encountering a counterfeit right now, someone who seems nice but doesn't ignite your soul, or someone who shares your values but lacks the divine spark, take it as a compliment from the universe. It means your manifestation is close. It means you are in the neighborhood of your blessing, but do not unpack your bags in the lobby. Wait for the penthouse. I want to give you a practical tool to use over the next 72 hours. It is a psychological trigger called the pattern interrupt. When your mind starts to loop on negative thoughts, what if they met someone else? What if it's too late? You must interrupt that pattern physically. Snap a rubber band on your wrist. Stand up and do 10 jumping jacks. Say out loud, I cancel that thought. Then immediately replace it with the truth. The truth is, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. The truth is, I am the prize. The truth is, my absence is teaching them my value. You have to reprogram your reticular activating system, RAS. Your RAS is the part of your brain that filters information. If you tell it to look for rejection, it will find rejection in everything. It will interpret a lack of a text as rejection. It will interpret a sad song on the radio as a bad omen. But if you program your RAS to look for love and reconciliation, it will show you the bridge. You will start seeing their name everywhere. You will see license plates with significant numbers. You will hear people talking about reconciliation in line at the grocery store. These are not coincidences. These are winks from God. Speaking of winks from God, I want to talk about the bridge of incidents. This is a concept from Neville Goddard that aligns perfectly with biblical teachings. You do not know how the reunion will happen, and you are not supposed to know. The bridge of incidents is the series of events that leads you to your desire. It might look like a flat tire that makes you late, which causes you to bump into them. It might look like a mutual friend suddenly mentioning your name to them. It might look like a random memory popping into their head that brings them to their knees in tears. Stop trying to micromanage the bridge. You are not the architect. You are the resident. Trust the architect. Let's address the runner dynamic for a moment, because compassion is key here. Your person ran not because you were not enough, but because the connection was too much. It acted as a mirror, reflecting all their unhealed wounds, their insecurities, and the parts of themselves they were trying to hide. Running was a survival mechanism. But here is the thing about running from a divine connection. You are tethered. They can run to the other side of the world. They can date other people. They can block you on every platform, but they cannot outrun their own soul. And because you are connected at the soul level, they cannot outrun you. Every time they try to suppress the love, it grows stronger. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It takes effort. It is exhausting. Eventually, their arms will get tired. Eventually, the ball will shoot up to the surface with force. That is the suddenly moment I spoke of earlier, the moment they surrender, the moment they realize that life without you is just existence, not living. But are you ready for them? This is the question that usually silences the room. If they came back today, with all their baggage, with all their confusion, would you be able to handle it? Or would you fall back into the same toxic cycle of chasing and pleading? This time apart is not a punishment, it is preparation. God is building your emotional container so that when the blessing is poured out, you don't spill it. You need to be so grounded in your identity that their behavior does not shake you. You need to be so full of self-love that you don't need them to fill your cup. You only want them to overflow it. I want you to take a moment and assess your environment. Is your home ready for a new beginning? Is your bedroom a sanctuary or a storage unit for your sadness? Energy gets trapped in clutter. If you want to invite a new relationship dynamic, you need to make space for it physically. Clean your house, buy new sheets, clear out the side of the closet. This is an act of faith. You are demonstrating to the universe that you are expecting a guest. You are preparing the manger for the miracle. There is a specific prayer strategy I want to share with you. It's called praying the solution, not the problem. Most people pray like this: God, please bring them back. I'm so lonely. Please fix this. That prayer validates the lack. It vibrates at the frequency of desperation. Instead, I want you to pray like this: Father, I thank you that restoration is already done in the spiritual realm. I thank you for healing their heart. I thank you for preparing us both. I trust your timing. I am ready to receive. Do you feel the difference? One is begging, the other is aligning. One is fear, the other is power. Shift your prayers. Stop telling God how big your storm is and start telling your storm how big your God is. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.